I'm gonna bring in the flow. Now you know. Here we go. Just watch the flow. I'm gonna talk about some stuff till you can't get enough. Till you ask yourself, why did we start to trust this guy? Because I come with the stuff. I'm so fly, and I come through it. So. Mm. All right, ready to rock and roll. Okay. So tonight is all about: is it time to retire this guy right here? Is it time to retire the Universal Minifig for Lego? Now, again, the conversation has been brewing for some time. Conversation have been brewing for some time. A lot of people have been asking the question. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna put some Christmas tunes in the background. Gonna put some Christmas tunes in the background. Is it time to retire the traditional yellow minifig of Lego? Reason why I'm asking this question tonight is because, there's a set that was just announced. It's the jazz set. It's the not the jazz quartet that came out a couple months ago. It is the jazz bar set. Let me just double check that. Jazz bar Lego. Where are you? It is the Jazz Club modular. The Jazz Club modular set just came out, and a lot of people have been talking about it, both positive and negative. Reason why is because the jazz set is as popular as this is. It's all yellow minifigs. Now, I want to go back in time a little bit. When I started playing with Lego when I was around 5 years old, this was like the early 90s. All the minifigs were yellow. The aliens, because I had the M-Tron, the aliens, who were often the bad guys, were black. They were all blackface, not brown, black. And the heroes, the spacemen, were yellow. Okay? Fast forward. Well, actually, no. Let's stay in this era. The Simpsons, one of the most popular sitcom, episodic shows of all time. I remember watching The Simpsons ever since I was a kid. Playing Lego, watching The Simpsons at the same time. The Simpsons are all yellow. It's a universal color for The Simpsons. Everybody's yellow, with the exception of Dr. Hibbert, who's black, Apu, who is Indian, Carl, who's also black, Bleeding Gum Murphy, even though he's dead, he was black. Let me see, am I missing anyone else? Probably. And the celebrities that would guest appear would often show up as flesh tones. Now, this is Lego. This is Lego. Now, Lego took that same approach when it came to introducing licensed IP. Licensed IP had flesh tones to match the IP that is coming from. That's how Lego was able to differentiate the difference between the two. So the question I have for everyone tonight, and again, this is Clutch Talk. Good to see you guys. Brick Nerd, good to see you. Main Life, good to see you. Kaminsky, good to see you. Brick Babe, always good seeing you. So tonight's question is it time to retire the Universal Minifig. The Jazz Club that's coming out has a lot of characters in it. For the most part, I'm just gonna look at the set right now because I don't want to give any false statements about the set. So I want to look at it real quick. I just want to double check my notes. All right, so just looking at it here. Okay, so it looks like that the minifigs that are in this set are all yellow. That means it is the traditional classic universal Lego color. All right. Absolutely, Kaminsky. Absolutely, gotta stay safe from the blizzard. I don't think we're gonna get hit with that blizzard. We're probably gonna be hit. We're gonna be hit with rain and a lot of wind. So we're gonna get the tail end of that. So when I'm looking at these yellow minifigs, the way that you can tell what race the minifig is by the hair. Okay, it's by the hair. I think we're adult enough to know certain hairstyles are for certain race of people. That's just what it is. That's the bottom line. If you see a minifig with hair like mine, it's a good chance that they're locks. And granted, anyone can grow locks. They're more naturally akin to my type of hair, to my type of people. They're more akin to me. But there's all different types of people who can grow locks and everything like that. The beads in my hair are actually Lego. They're actually Lego. So I'm looking at the club, the Jazz Club, and I'm just looking at the characters. And the characters, you have characters that have different styles of hair, and then you have a character that has an afro. Typically, when you see a character with that style of hair, and they've used that style of hair for other characters who are black, they placed it on a yellow minifig. For a long time, Lego has been playing it safe. Let's keep it real. Lego has been playing it safe for a long time by having a universal color for their minifigs, which is yellow. The minute Lego decided to start doing licensed sets and to have actual flesh tones, they've made it very known to the world that everything in Lego world is not yellow minifigs. They can have a black minifig, they can have a Caucasian minifig, they can have a Mexican minifig, they can have a Spanish minifig, they can have a Japanese minifig, they can have an Indian minifig, they can have any shade of color minifig. They've shown that through these different sets that are licensed. Earlier this year, they came out with a foosball table where it was all colored. Most of the minifigs on there were of different nationalities, and they were represented by not only their skin tone, but their hairstyle. And for a lot of us in the community, we thought this was a huge step forward. Okay? And then a set like this comes out, and you look at it, and you ask the question, are we going backwards? Why is there a minifig that has, an afro coiled? If you look it up, if you look up the name of the minifig's hairstyle, is coiled, afro coiled. Typically, black people have coiled hair. That's why our hair is tightly coiled. That's why you have a coiled afro, right? When you have a coiled afro, that signifies that you're a black person. The minifig here has a yellow skin with a coiled afro. What's up, cuz? And I think that's unfortunate. The question is that I'm posing tonight is, should Lego retire the yellow minifig? I would say yes and no. I would say yes and no. Why no? The yellow minifig is a universal minifig. You can dress it up however you want. You can add all types of color as far as the hairstyle, the clothing, all that stuff. So that's why it's a traditional thing. Let me go backwards a little bit. This is the reason why I'm saying yes. Lego Masters. Lego Masters, the second episode, sorry. They came to us before we got out on set, and they said, hey, this is an elimination episode. So at the end of the episode, we're going to give you guys your sig figs. All of us were excited. Ask me how many of those sig figs were yellow. None of our sig figs were yellow. You can go back, you can look at the pictures. All of our sig figs on the show were flesh tone. Now, why is that? We're not an IP. We're not licensed. We're human beings. We're actual people. Our sig figs represent us, the character, the figure, the person. That is what our sig figs represent. So when I was given my sig fig, even though I didn't like my sig fig, it didn't look nothing like me, the color represented me. I knew then. Usually I have my sig fig close by, but I do not have my sig fig close by to show you guys. Okay. All right. Well, I don't have my sig fig close by, but they gave us all flesh tone sig figs. I thought that was a step forward. So do I think that Lego should retire the Universal yellow minifig? I said yes or no. This is why I say yes. The flesh tone minifig represents a person. There's nobody on earth that I know that are yellow. If Lego can make flesh tones for their licensed IP, why don't we have flesh tones for all sets? Is it a money issue? I don't think so. They're building $600, $700 sets. I don't think it's a money issue. I think Lego is playing it safe and not get involved in the conversation that's brewing all over the community. Should we keep our flesh tones? Should we get rid of the flesh tones? Sorry, let me reverse that. Should we keep the yellow tones? Should we embrace flesh tones? We could do both. But I will be very honest with you. When I see like flesh tone people use a minifig that's yellow to signify them, I don't see the connection. And there's no disrespect, but I don't see the connection. I really don't. You could dress it up to look like you. You could add a hairpiece to look like you. I don't see the connection. If I had a sig fig that was a yellow face that had my hair, my suit, and everything like that, it would just look like a regular Lego minifig with a yellow face. There's no connection. I have no connection to that character. If I'm a child, let me show you this. Here's War Machine right here. Now, War Machine, this is stuff it's another conversation to have. War Machine has an angry face. Okay? War Machine's a good guy. but he's painted black, and he has an angry face. When I turn it around, look at the other face that they gave as an alternative, a mad face. That doesn't represent me. I'm not an angry guy. I smile. It took me a long time to find a minifig face that had a beard, that had a smile. And even then, I don't have a smile. I have a smirk. Close enough. My whole thing is, we are in 2022 going on to 2023. Lego has been a company in the eyes of people for 90 years, 90 plus years now. Flesh tones were introduced, I believe, in the 70s, either the late 70s, early 80s. I could be wrong about that. But that was when the yellow minifigs came on the scene. That's nearly 40 years ago. I think it's time to give some alternative, and not just for one set. I think going forward, we should see flesh tones in all sets. That's a great point. Some people will feel left out. But my question is, who? So for example, Crayola came out with a Crayola box that said all colors. And it was all flesh tones. All flesh tones. From dark brown all the way to I don't want to say white skin, but like a whitish peach, kind of. And I thought that was cool. I mean, at the end of the day, you want that. You know, you want to be able to showcase everybody. I'm not looking for the flesh tones to have a face like one has a smile, one has a frown, one has a beard. Not looking for that. All the minifigs have smiles. You know. So you're Mexican. So hold on. Okay, let me show you this. So this is Manny and Nestor from my season. And this is the flesh tone that they're using to represent themselves. I look at this, and automatically I'm going to connect to Manny and Nestor because that's how they look. If this was just a yellow figure, two yellow figures, it could be no different from a blind bag. There's no connection. It's just a character, a nameless character that I can put in my city. Where I have sig figs of myself, and people have purchased my sig figs, and they literally put them in their city. They put them in their city. They put them in different parts of whatever they're building, and I think that's so cool. Because now when people look at it, they're like, man, that looks like, wait, is that Corey from Lego Masters? For me, that's what it's all about. It is all about connection. I agree. We need different. We need the different skin tones. And I think it's impossible to make everyone happy. Wait, I just read that, didn't I? I sure did. Oh yeah. Okay. Got you. It is impossible to make everyone happy, and I know that's the reason why Lego stuck to yellow flesh tones, because it's easy. You don't have to have the argument with people. Well, why didn't you put this character as a black woman? You have her with an afro. She's singing in a jazz club. Why isn't she a black woman? It's easy to just say, no, well, this is our universal color. This is what it is. But I think we're getting to the point now in our society where we want to see ourselves reflected in the brands that we purchase. I think that's where we are right now as a society. We want to see the brand that we love. We want to see that connection. Am I still freezing? Have I been freezing and pausing every now and again? I don't know. If I have, I'm sorry. You know how the weather's crazy right now, so I don't know if that's interfering. I don't know. But again, on the show Lego Masters, all the sig figs are flesh tone. I think that's important to have that representation. I love the yellow minifig. Kids love it. I work with kids every day. They don't care what color that minifig is. They're going to grab it. They're going to put an outfit on it. And whatever outfit they put on that minifig, that is the job of the minifig for that day. And I love that. I love the fact that my students can just be whoever they want to be. I love it. But as an adult, as an adult fan of Lego, as a Lego master, I would love to see more flesh tones in our sets. I think the flesh tones will give the sets a little bit more identity. I think people who have been staying away from Lego because of this will start to get into Lego. I think you will have communities from different places, different races get into Lego because they see representation of themselves in Lego. I would love to see the numbers of the different sets that have some type of ethnicity on it, either because of a movie or because of something else. That is what I would love to see. And I know this topic is not really popular. I know this topic is very controversial, but I think it's a topic that we should have. It's a conversation we should have. What is wrong with having flesh tones in Lego sets? Is it because we'll get someone upset or somebody's going to feel left out? Probably, but that is the cost of doing business. That is the cost of being such a global brand. You're no longer catering to one place in the globe. You are catering to everybody. Everybody. You are catering to the Caucasian community. You are catering to the Jewish community. You're catering to the Black community. You're catering to the Caribbean community. You are catering to the Indian culture. You are catering to everybody. You're catering to everybody, Lego. It's hard for me to really ignore that. It's not enough that the set is awesome. It's not enough that the architecture in the set is awesome. A lot of these sets, people collect them for the minifigs. And for a long time, the city set has been primarily all yellow. And that's fine. That's the world that occupies them. But I think it's time to have some options. I believe it's time to have some options. Yeah. I think it's time to have some options. I think that, if you have, for example, the Jazz Club. Jazz Club has 8 minifigs in this set. 8. If you have those 8, why not give a packet that has 8 different flesh tones with the hands? Why not? I know I'm asking for a lot. I know that it's not popular because it's a lot of work that goes into it. I get it. I don't work for Lego, so I don't know what the overhead is to make that happen. Maybe it's just easier to just print out yellow minifig heads. But I think it's time. I think it's time. And I think that at the end of the day, we will all benefit if we see the growth and the evolution of Lego. Um, I hope that's the case. I know that a lot of people are, there's bigger things happening in the world tonight. We're a few days before Christmas. There's a blizzard for a lot of people. I get that. So even if folks are not on tonight, I hope that you'll be able to catch this video on another time and you just listen. This is just my opinion. I don't think at all my opinion is the correct one. I just think it's a good conversation to have. It's a good discussion to have. Is it time for Lego to retire the Universal Minifig? A lot of people say no. A lot of people say yes. What say you? Please comment. Comment on this video. Keep the conversation going. I would love to see what comes out of it, and I welcome having the conversation with other people. I'm going to read a comment here from YouTube. I'm glad that characters like stormtroopers are getting more unique face print, and such. It makes the set more interesting, and the parts can be real cool to make the character and people. I agree with you 100%, Phoenix. I agree with you 100%. I think by doing that, by giving those character faces, by giving the character identity, people will connect to that. And then they want to connect more to the line that Lego is producing based on that. Not just because a Black Panther set is going to have nothing but black people in it. Or a, what's the name? What's that name of that Disney movie? Encanto. Because it has Hispanic people in it. I think we have an opportunity to have other people from other races be in regular sets. It doesn't have to be a special event. It doesn't have to be a special occasion or a special set to see these flesh tones. I think we should start seeing flesh tones integrated into the world. And even if you say, all right, we're not going to get rid of our flesh tones, of our yellow tones, but we're going to interject and add flesh tones to the city line, or to a space line, or to a castle set. I think the more we do that, the more the conversation continues. Is it time to retire the yellow minifig? It may not be time to retire the yellow minifig, but I tell you what, it's long overdue for us to have some more flesh tones. So hopefully the conversation continues, and we can continue to grow from the conversation. All right. I do want to thank you guys for joining me tonight during our Clutch Talk. Remember, Clutch Talk, the more we talk, the more we come together, the more we connect. That helps us to clutch together. That is what Clutch Talk is all about. This might be the last Clutch Talk for the year. I might do another Clutch Talk next Friday before the new year is out. So until then, have a Merry Christmas to those who celebrate. Happy Hanukkah to those who are celebrating. Happy Kwanzaa to those who celebrate. Happy holidays to everyone. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Please stay safe, stay warm. It is cold out there. It is cold out there. But I hope each and every one of you have a beautiful holiday. And I hope to see you guys next week sometime. I don't know when during the week, but hopefully I see you guys soon. Take care. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll talk to you again soon. Take care, everybody. Peace.